First, I'd like to thank everybody for coming and thank you for hosting this tonight. My name is Fred McPherson. I live just a short distance north of Sturgis. I'm running for the House of Representatives in District 29. I'm running for office because I think the voters of District 29 need an opportunity to have choice in who they would like to send here. For so long, there hasn't been that choice, and this year we've given the voters that.
Can you hear back there?
And this year you'll have that choice, an opportunity to vote for either a Democrat or Republican, with different view. Some of the things that I would hope to accomplish, I would like to see a little more economic development in western South Dakota, District 29. I think that we need to do something with taxation. A lot of people are very concerned about property taxes. I think we need to address education. That's a very, very important issue. Health care remains a big issue to a lot of people. There are a lot of things. And I guess what will make me a good legislator, I'm a lifelong resident of District 29. I know a lot of the people that live here. I'm getting to know more. My campaign is run solely on donations of the average people. We are not accepting any money from PACs, large PACs. So if I get elected and go to Pierre, nobody is going to own me. So I guess that's about it for that.
Thank you.
Well, from Sturgis to Rapid City, the whole strip area, I mean, it's a very beautiful area, and it has grown tremendously in my lifetime, and it's going to continue to grow because it is a beautiful area. And with some zoning and some planning, it can grow, and we can have growth. But we need to protect the environment. We need to protect the water. We can't. It's going to take a lot more water. The more growth we have, the more water use we're going to have, and thus we're going to have more sewage. And so we can't be having uncontrolled growth where we're using water and it's going back into the septic tanks are going back into the aquifers. I mean, there needs to be some zoning. It's not a dirty word, as Dennis said. It can help protect everybody's property rights. Your property can be protected with zoning. You know, I have been active in trying to preserve Bear Butte. I guess I disagree that whereas it's a state park, I think maybe that does make it a state issue. I think that the state legislature, I don't know if an easement is the correct approach. Perhaps, as Larry said, purchasing that 40-acre tract and adding it to the state park is the best way to go. I don't know exactly what the correct answer is, but I think the state, as a state government, needs to protect Bear Butte because it is a state park. It's a very beautiful place, and once it's gone, it's gone. If encroachment continues, campgrounds, etc., it will no longer be that again. I have to agree with all the comments that have been made. I don't think you'll find many ranchers in western South Dakota that think it was a good choice what the governor did with the Brand Board. We undoubtedly will be having some problems this fall when the runs start, as Dean said. It kind of goes back to the old adage, if it isn't broke, don't fix it. And I think it was working fine the way it was. The governor, for whatever reason, politically or whatever his motives were, decided to do what he did, but I certainly do not agree with it. Would support legislation. I think it needs to be looked at so that it's fair to the sign companies, of course. But I think that with education running into shortfalls, our highway system running into shortfalls, basically everything needing money, I think we definitely need to take a look at taxing these billboards. Yes, if the billboards are taxed as real estate, why the county would get some share of that tax fund. And Dean, I believe it was talking about increasing the license plate fees, and I mean, I guess I would certainly agree with that to a point, at least. They are ridiculously low compared to some of our surrounding states. But I guess the county does need help. I mean, there's no question about that. I understand that. I mean, I travel with Meade County roads, and I know that Meade County is up against the wall. Well, education, I haven't been in the legislature either, so I don't know whether it's first or last in funding. But I do know that South Dakota, the taxpayer of South Dakota is 22nd in the nation in the amount of money that they spend or they pay on education or for education. But yet South Dakota state, as a state government, ranks 50th in the nation of their funding towards education. I think that we definitely can't raise property taxes. Everybody's paying as much as they can now, and in most cases probably more than they can really afford to pay. And that's whether you're in rural or in town. I think that property taxes have pretty well hit their limit. We need to definitely look for new sources of funding. I guess I don't really have the answer as to what those may be, but we definitely need to look for additional and new sources of funding for education. Our teacher pay is severely lacking. The old comment of by a lot of people that geez, 30-some thousand a year for only working 9 months for a teacher. They obviously aren't married to a teacher because they don't work 9 months of the year, they work 12. And it's not an easy job. So we definitely need to do something with education funding. Well, as we have 4 children who have all attended public school system here in 46-1, and they've all received a very quality education. I think we have very good teachers in the state of South Dakota, and they need more pay. The question is, how do we get that extra money to them? Well, there's several things. Some of these smaller districts are having a tough time attracting teachers because of where they are so far out or whatever. They maybe can't pay as much as a bigger district. Maybe we need to look at a system where we forgive some of the education costs of these new teachers to get them to locate to some of these smaller districts, and maybe we do it on a percentage rate of bigger districts. As it works its way down to a larger percentage going to the forgiveness in the smaller districts, or maybe on the reservations where teachers are needed. But and then there's other states not only pay better, but they also have better benefits. We could look at increasing our benefits to our teachers. I mean, that would be a big boost to many of them that I've talked to. It's not just the salary, it's the benefits as well.
Thank you.
Well, once again, I would like to thank you for all coming, and thank you for this opportunity. This is my first time in politics. I'm not the world's best speaker, and I don't have all the answers, but I do know where my campaign money comes from. I do not accept money from anybody that I would not support their ideas. My biggest thing is, if I'm elected, I will listen to my constituents. It doesn't mean that I'll always be able to do everything that you want, but I will listen to you and take your ideas to peer. And I thank you.